Welcome back to Dictator Idol. As the season comes to a close, we are now down to our last two contestants. Let's take a look at how far they've come.
Joseph Stalin, a skilled administrator, rose to power by eliminating everybody in his path. He attended Russian Orthodox school and was constantly chastised for reading books about revolution and social conditions. He renounced his Russian Orthodoxy and became a Marxist revolutionary. In 1922, he rose to the post of General Secretary of the Communist Party. Stalin considered it necessary to build socialism in a single country.
Comrade Stalin, a candidate has the floor.
Stalin!
Yes, Stalin!
Russia, Mother Russia! Stalin, come down. Comrades, to tell you the truth, I had no intention of making a speech, but I respected Nikita Sergeyevich dragged me, so to speak, to this meeting. Make a good speech, he said. What shall I talk about? Exactly what sort of speech? Everything that had to be said before the elections had already been said, and said again in the speeches of our leading comrades, Kalinin, Molotov, Voroshilov, Kaganovich, Yezhov, and many other responsible comrades. What can be added to these speeches?
Silence!
Woo! What is needed, they say, are explanations of certain questions connected with the election campaign. What explanations on what questions? Thing that they had to be explained has been explained and explained again in the well-known appeals of the Bolshevik Party, the Young Communist League, the All-Union Central Trade Union Council, the Ossovakim, and the Committee of Physical Culture. What can be added to these explanations? Of course, one make a light of sort of speech about everything. Perhaps speech would amuse the audience. They say that there are great hands at such speeches, not only over there in the capitalist country, too, in the Soviet country. But firstly, I am no great hand speeches. Secondly, is it indulgence Bolsheviks are, as they say, to our necks at work? I think not. Russia!
Adolf Hitler, a brilliant and charismatic speechmaker, rose through the ranks of the German government as a member of the National Socialist Party, later renamed as the Nazi Party. Hitler was first noticed in the bar as he gave a speech to a group of drunken men about how the Jews were to blame for all of Germany's struggles. After being imprisoned for a failed push, Hitler wrote a long political essay, Mein Kampf, or My Struggle. This essay described his ideas of a master race, his attitude towards Jews, his visionary goals for himself, the Nazis, and a new German Reich or empire.
The Führer speaks! Hitler!
Then our party had only 7 men and already voiced 2 principles first. It wanted to be a true ideologically conditioned movement, and second, it wanted there to be soul powder in Germany.
Woo!
As a party, we had to remain in the minority because we had to mobilize the most valuable elements of struggling and sacrifice of the Reich, which at all times have mounted not to a majority but to a minority. Because these men, the best of the German race, in proud self-confidence, have courageously and boldly claimed the leadership of the Reich. A nation, the people in ever greater numbers enjoying this leadership and subordinated themselves. The German people are happy in the knowledge that constantly changing leadership is not replaced by a fixed pole. A force which considers itself the representation of the best blood. Knowing this, has elevated themselves to the leadership of this nation and determined to keep this leadership, to use it to the best advantage, never to relinquish it again.
Down with the Jews! Now, how do you feel about making it this far into the competition?
Well, it feels great to do something like this for Mother Russia. I dreamed of doing stuff like this my whole life. Ever since I was a little boy studying socialism and revolution. I got a lot of criticism for it, but I did not care. I did it anyway.
Stalin, why did you kill so many people?
Well, you people think that these people I killed were innocent people. These people were far from innocent. They were threats to my life.
And how about the people that you did not kill? Like the people you put into gulags?
These people, they were threats to communism in Mother Russia. They were a cancer in Mother Russia. These people, they put themselves in gulags.
How do you feel about your opponent, Hitler?
Hitler is small and weak like his... I won't even go there. I am big and strong like an ox. I don't even need to say anything more about Hitler because he's a coward.
Stalin, what exactly is the 5-year plan?
The 5-year plan, it brought industrial and agricultural production under governmental control. Heavy production, smaller consumer goods made less and were inferior in quality. Mother Russia was always behind in the Industrial Revolution, and it was our turn to catch up.
Adolf Hitler. Tell me, who inspires you?
I very much say that Mussolini is my hero. Yeah, that's right. He's my hero.
How do you feel about your opponent, Stalin?
I believe that Stalin is not a great competitor. He is very, very weak, and he's no match for Hitler. All hell myself. From the Third Reich, he eats baby carrots that his so-called Mother Russia prepares for him in a dish. Soft.
Tell me about your Hitler youth, your mastered race, and your brown shirts that you've set up.
This master race is the blue-eyed, blonde hair, pure German, no gypsy blood of the people. My Hitler youth is the group that I'm raising to become soldiers one day of the great Nazi power. They are the ones that are going to really push the future of the Nazi group. They are the ones that I am teaching to do all the stuff that my soldiers now, brown shirts, could do when I order. The brown shirts helped me take over the democracy that was once in place in Germany and helped to power up the Third Reich.
I do good for all of you, so I don't even need to rap. Get my boy Eminem to rap for me. What a man. Yeah, good to see you. Yo, DJ, hit the beat. We fly high, no lie. Russia's is stolen. We decide who dies. You know this. Russia's got, don't cry. Stay stolen. Disguise. Oh my, KGB. Nah, when the freshman Gary told me about the business leader in changing Russia, he was more than a man. He terrorized the nation with a 5-year plan. The Soviet Union couldn't contain. He drank up on a Christmas like a glass of champagne. Stronger than a Hitler, smarter than a rabbit. Killing and genocide was his habit. The U.S. hated him and ain't recognized. Hey, now it's politics, police in disguise. Who is this man? What does this mean? It's Joseph Stalin and he's running this game. Oh!
I'm living in the 20th century, doing something mean to it, doing it better than anybody ever seen this. Playing from the dictators, got a nice ring to it. I guess every dictator needs his things. No one but me should have all these powers. The clock's ticking, I just throw the showers. So stop stalling and let me devour 20th century, you heard me? Communism broken, schools closed, the kids open. We ain't got nothing to lose, Germany, we rolling. Huh? Germany, we rolling. With some blonde-haired kids and some blue-eyed soldiers. In this white man's belt, we are the ones chosen. So good night, Third Reich, I'll see you in the morning. Huh? I'll see you in the morning. This is way too easy, I need a poem.
Alright, let's see who the winner is, shall we? And this piece of paper says Hitler!
What's up, man?
Oh yeah!
Congratulations.
What?
Congratulations.
Thank you, son.
It's on the moment.
Yeah, mom.
Yeah, he smile!
Alright, you need to calm down.